Student, today I have started with the new topic. This is the data science and how we can use the data science in various applications. Alright. So today's topic related to the introduction of the data science. What are the benefits of if we use the data science? What will be the benefits? How many types of the data are available in the data science concept field? This we will discuss today. All right. So what is the difference between the data science and the big data, right? So big data means this is the abundant of the lots of the database. These are dealing with the collection of the data, lots million data are stored, storage of the data. This is the big data. The RDMS, you can see the traditional data management, relational database management system. These are the database system which can store the huge amount of the data. This is about the big data, and data warehouse will be also there, right? Now data science means if you're dealing with the data, if you're exploring those data and you can get some conclusion from those data, so this is about the data science. Means you are combining the data with the science. Okay, science means you have to investigate something on the natural things. So here you are investigating something from the data. So you have the huge amount of data, you need to get some conclusion from, you have to explore those data, you need to get some conclusion from the data. So this is the data science concept. So when you need to know about the data science process, so here will you have the if you have the few amount of data, so for that by seeing the data you can investigate something from the data, right? By seeing those data you can investigate something from the data. So not required to use some Python script and something else, but the big data. So the data science is normally related to the big data, right? So huge amount of data. So by seeing those data you cannot get some any conclusion, you cannot get any conclusion, right? So for that some tools and some method and some programming you should know about, you should know, and after that you have to use those programming concept on the data, right? So the big data, there are the various features in the big data. One is the volume, another is the variety, another is the velocity. The volume means how much data available. The variety means various types of data will be there. Their attributes will be various. Their the data type will be the different. So various data velocity is there. So at what rate you are getting the data. So this is about the velocity. So data science you can use in various applications. In the finance application, you can use it. Hospitality application, you can use healthcare application, you can use the data science. In the predictive maintenance application, you can use the data science. So suppose in this fraud detection, okay. So suppose fraud detection means many people can apply for the loan. Okay, many people can apply for the loan. So who will be the fraud, who will be not fraud? Okay, the banking finance sector, they can use the data science concept. They can store the various data related to their finance and banking. After that they need to take help from the data science who can explore those data and who can identify to whom they have to give loan, to whom they don't have to give loan. This is the thing. And in healthcare application, sometimes you can by testing some sample you cannot understand that. Sometimes the testing also get fail. Okay, so this report is positive or not negative. So if we have the lots of data sets, suppose that this report has this features and these values are there, you can store the lots of data in a one database. After exploring those data, so you can predict that if the this feature is there from, if we're getting these features from the testing, that means so the person will be the positive only, not negative. So in various application the data sets will helpful. Okay, so the AI driven, the various system, the smart system can be designed with the help of the data science, and people need the more job they can get, their career is very strong if they know about the data science. So various applications are there, so they are not limited applications. So the data science, I told that the data plus science. Okay, that means first you need to know about the data. First you need to know about the data. So if you want to deal with the data, you need to know what is the type of the data, what are the types of the data. So first one is the structured data, unstructured data, natural language, machine generated data, graph based data, the audio image based data, and the streaming data. So how your data set is like, so after that you need to use some functions and methods to for exploring those data. Okay, if you identify this is the suppose the, okay, so this is the structured data, so I need to use those functions. So if this is the unstructured data, so I need to use some other functions for that. Okay, so first you need to know about the what are the types of the data, how the data set will be look like. After that you will explore those data, that means that this is the data science concept. Apart from that, if for the data sets you want to use the various fields, so for that you need to take help from the field wise expertise. Suppose you need to use the data sets in the finance applications. So finance, the MBA, those who have done the finance and the MBA, so you can take help from those persons. And for healthcare also you can take help from the various nurse and doctor if you want to deal with the data sets in healthcare, like that. Now come to the structured data, and there is one table you can see. In this table, you can see there the ID, indicator ID, dimension, this the time frame, numerical value, some missing value, the confident integer. So all the values are filled, organized. All the data are organized. This is the structured data. All the data are organized. Okay. So in multiple columns are there, multiple rows are there, each and every columns various values are there, and you can easily understand. So this is the integer value, this is also integer value, this is integer, some object values are available, these are okay. So this is the structured data. So proper number of columns, proper number of rows are there, proper column names are already mentioned. So normal the database CSV record. Okay, so this is the structured data. Now come to the unstructured data. The unstructured data, suppose in this image you cannot understand, the text related informations are available. So suppose you need to predict something from those text, you need to use the this is as a data set. Okay, so this is unstructured. So normally content specific, the unstructured data will be normally text specific or content specific. No particular number of columns and the tools are available in case of the unstructured data. Natural language data, this is also related to unstructured data. Natural language, suppose you are asking, you are telling something with voice message, this is converted into the machine generated information. So this is also natural language. So whatever you are writing, this your text, that will be converted into the your machine generated format. So when the machine will see those data, it will be in different format. So this is the natural language processing or natural language data. Normally the sentiment analysis you can use this, the speech recognition for those keys you can use those the data set sentiment. So suppose some person had given some review about on some movie. Okay, another person had given some review on a movie. So based on their review, we can give the rating. Okay, movie rating. Okay, this person given the 0 rating, this person had given the 1 rating. This is about the sentiment analysis. So for those cases, we can use the natural language data set. Apart from the speech recognition and the voice recognition. So for this case also, you can use the natural language data set. So this is natural language data set is also related to unstructured data. Machine generated data. Machine generated data here normal suppose from the sensor. Okay, from sensor there is one sensor. From sensor you are taking the temperature data. Okay, temperature data you are taking from the sensor. Those data you are collecting the data which are coming from various machines. This is the machine generated data. Automatically the real time data you are storing into the database. Automatically the data the sensor is connected with the software system. Automatically that sensor data is entering into the system, and here the database it is storing. This is the machine generated. So various application we can use the machine generated data. Okay, so the whatever data set you have in this data set, some real-time data is coming. The source of this data is the machine. So this is about the machine generated data. So suppose if you want to see the machine generated data, it is look like some some time is given, some random values, there's some transaction, you can see some transaction is given here. This is also a, sometime we will get the structured data, sometime we will get the non-structured data. Graph-based data, normally if I am skipping this slide, I'm going to move, go to next slide. So this normally social media, you can see the graph-based data. So there is the Barack. Barack have some friends in the Facebook, the guy, the Carlos, Maria, John, William. And William again has the some friend, one friend is the Florin. Okay, and Florin, who he is the mutual friend for Jack and William. Jack is also some other friends, the Liam, Lucky, and so some the social related data or some map distance between one location to another location. So if you want to calculate the shortest distance between one location to another location, you can go from one place to another place in through various location. So you are plotting the graph for understanding the for calculating something. Okay, suppose Elizabeth is the mutual friend of Barack or not. For that you need to draw the your friend's suggestion in a graphical format. Okay, so this is the graph based data, right? So this graph-based data normally used for the AI applications. The graph-based data, various algorithms are there for take for being for getting some conclusion from the graph-based data, right? Audio, video, image uses. So this is also you have some video, some audio clips. You need to understand, recognize some speech from the audio. You have lots of image. You need to identify the object from those image. For you need to classify the object from those image. For this case, you can use the you can feed the image data. You can feed the audio data. You can also feed the video data for identifying any unknown object and unidentified object you want to identify. For those cases, you can use the audio, video, and image data. So audio, video, image data normally, if you want to deal with the audio, video, image data, normally used to prefer the deep learning apart from the machine learning, right? Based on your application, sometimes the normal data set is not sufficient for exploring, for getting some conclusion. So you need to tackle with the audio image and video image and the audio clips, video clips, and the image data. Streaming data, this is also related to the real-time data, which is happening continuously. Some data is entering into the device, and continuously the data is storing in a one batch, right? The data is storing. After that, after some time, again continuously some data is entering into the device, and automatically those data is storing in a database. So this is about the streaming data. Suppose if we see the live telecast, that means whenever some video something is happening, so at the same moment some person is taking video, this is all the same time the same video will be displayed in the TV, right? So this is the streaming. Okay, so this related some we are so this is about the video, right? So if you want to take the data, the continuously some data is entering into the system, and the same time those you can visualize those data. So this is the streaming data, okay, used for the streaming data. So these are about the video structure of the data. Okay, and next time next class I will start with the how can you do with the various data, what are the parameters are there in the data set. This we will discuss in the next class. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you. I hope you like my video. If you have to know about more things, you just drop a message on the comment section. Thank you.